So this was an accident, okay? My daughter did a TikTok video of her saying, "Mommy, I wish our visits would last longer."
And she was how old at that time?
5.
She was 5. And she made a TikTok?
She made a TikTok.
She didn't have a TikTok, right? She took your phone?
No, I didn't have a TikTok. She told me about TikTok. We went on a hockey game and I went on our visits. "Mom, have you seen my video?" And I'm like, "What video?" "TikTok." And I'm like, "What the fuck is TikTok?" So she made a video. I looked at it. I was like, "Oh, fuck, man, it hurt me," you know? And I'm like, "You could reply to this shit?"
She's 5 and she knows how to use a phone and make a TikTok.
Yes.
My kid is 4.5. She doesn't even really, she knows I have a phone, but she's never really been able to use it.
Yeah. Well, they had tablets where they were at. So I guess they had, probably telling the kids like, "Here, shut the fuck up. Go use,
Go make $5 this month on TikTok. Yeah.
So I replied to that and I was scared because I'm like, fuck, I'm really going to say I lost my kids to the system. I'm like, fuck it.
Really?
Don't give a fuck. And then I just started making videos and people related to it. I shared my court dates. I grew a platform. Girls were like, "How did you do it? Do you think I can get my kids back? I haven't seen my kids in a year. Help me." And I was like, okay, what better fucking opportunity to fucking share your story that other females are fucking scared about or embarrassed about because they're scared of being shamed or being pointed at.
Right. But that initial TikTok that your kid made, though, did that like do well and get?
No.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was like a viral thing.
No, it wasn't.
But you saw a little bit of the potential there, and you were like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna start sharing my story on this platform."
Yeah.
When did it start to kind of catch on? Did you feel like some of the TikToks started to go viral sort of soon?
I think after like 7 months, when they started really seeing like visits with my kids, how my kids will cry for me. Like my daughter will hug me tight. Like, "I don't want to, don't leave me. Don't leave me." Like, and I shared that on my live and people will be like, "What the like, I went through that. Like, how do you manage to stay strong?" I'm like, "You have to. You want your kids back? Have a good relationship with them. Talk to them. This is temporary. I'm sorry we're going through this. Just know that I didn't give up on you. They snatched you guys up for this reason. Woo, woo, woo." And I held it down and I got my fucking kids back and it was hard.
When they were taken away, did you have the feeling of that they were being taken care of reasonably well by the system, or did it feel like, oh, like they're dealing with all kinds of weird mental abuse and whatnot? Like I can't even imagine like what it felt like that experience was like for them.
I felt financially they were well taken care of by my mom because my mom had them first.
Oh, okay.
But emotionally, mentally, I know they were being f***ed with. My kids would tell me everything.
I mean, having your mom every day until you're 10 or 12 or whatever, and then not having her has got to be the most mind-blowing thing for a kid, especially when they know that you're still in the house, you're still around the corner, or you're still a couple miles away, and that they can't just see you every day. I mean, that must be insane.
Oh, man, that was fucked up. I would be late because I was on a bike, and then your visit's at, let's just say 10 a.m. Okay, cool. I'll get up, and I'm on the bike, and I'm coming from in the valley, okay? The valley. Getting on the trains, on the bike, I'm getting there all sweaty. I'm fucking 10 minutes late. Well, you can't see them because you're late. I go, "Mom, it's only 10. I only went over 5. Those are the rules."
Your mom was being the cop in this situation.
Yeah, she made it so hard for me. Like,
really?
Yeah, she did. And that's why I had requested, you know what, just move them to a foster home where I'm not going to have no contact with her. And it hurt me and it broke me. But, hey, it was the best thing I did. And ever since then, I just detached from her.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So you had to get a new apartment in order to get them back.
Yeah.
That was just the main thing.
That was the main thing.
And then they started drug testing you again at a certain point too?
They did in the beginning. I still had an open case for like 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah. But I still wanted it open. I was begging them to still keep it open because I felt like when I got my kids back, it was like, "Oh, the social worker say you can't tell me nothing. The social worker say you can't force me to do this."
Really?
Yeah. The social worker, they said that if you scream at me, I could call them. And I said, "Well, cool. Let's call them together."
Because we're talking about kids like they're fucking angels, but the reality is they're like teenagers, right? And so they're going to use whatever they can against you. And they probably kind of liked having that freedom to a certain extent, right?
Yeah. And then they come back with behavioral issues, you know? They feel like they're doing you a favor. We're going to remove the kids so that she could get her shit right, control her anger, this. But you put them in homes where there was DV involved. They will drink. And, my daughter told me all kind of shit that was going on. When they were living with my mom, my sister got her ass beat by her man. The cops came, Mom, the cops came. There was a fight in the house. And I'm like, and you took my kids away because I was protecting my family?
Wow.
You know, but it was what it was, and I thugged it out, and I had to do what I had to do to get them back, and they're with me still.
For sure. Was that a struggle to get off meth after that, though? Or like?
Okay, so I got off of it. I was like, what am I doing? Why the fuck am I relapsing? Like, I fucked up. Why am I smoking dope? Once you start getting hooked again, that's it. It's hard to come out. I'm like, you're going to lose everything again, and I just stopped.
Damn.
I stopped. I blocked the dope dealer, and yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Was the hardest part like the physical, like going through that like sickness, or was it just mentally wrapping your head around not having that?
No, it was easy for me in 2020 when I was really recovering from using on a daily. That f***ed with me. I was like, oh, come on, I want to get high. And my son was like, what? Why are you in a bad mood? You can't get high? My oldest.
Just joking on you? What the fuck?
What? You're mad because you can't smoke in the shelter? And I'm like, fuck, that's sad, you know? Wow. I laugh about it now too, but and at that moment, I was like, that's fucked up. This young kid's telling, he knows my withdrawals, he knows my feeling, he knows, he's been observing this shit for years, you know? Damn. But it was hard, but I did it, you know?
Definitely. So your kids are what age right now? The boy's 20?
My oldest is 20, the middle child is 13, and my daughter's going to be 12 in July.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you feel like your newfound internet fame and everything, is that stressful to them? Is that like a different type of, overexposure, or a different type of stress that they have to deal with?
My oldest hates it.
Really?
That they screen record all the bullshit. They never record the good shit. Like, so he's like, don't put me on the camera unless he comes in here and like trolling and shit like that. But the little ones, they fuck around a lot. They'll just come in here and just fuck around in front of my camera, like, Mom, I'm hungry. And they'll screen record that, and they know that they're going to screen record that, but they like that shit. I'm like, shut up, Gilbert. But Mom, you haven't fed me in 5 hours. Like, I swear, and they'll get that down, and they're like, look, Lynnwood doesn't feed her kids. But that's what we do, though. We troll.
Okay, so you just saw the clip, but did you know that you can watch this entire interview right now before it's released to the public, uncensored, by becoming a member for just $5 a month, and there's a lot of other crazy benefits as well. So make sure you hit the link down in the description and sign up. Appreciate y'all.